Mike and Leilana got up the next morning, went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual booth by the window where they can observe people and interpret their behaviors. Are you enjoying the coffee this morning, Leilana? It's wonderful. I'm thinking about that package. I wonder what's in it. Whatever it is, people seem to be hold it to be of great importance. I have a theory that it could be plans drawn up by aliens who are in disguise here on Earth, plans for the takeover of planet Earth. Here you go with your alien conspiracy theory again. I certainly doubt that is accurate. It's probably just business documents or something. Then why are people so intrigued by it? As if it were a crucial issue. People get upset at each other about little things. I'm going with my alien conspiracy theory. I seriously doubt it. Look, Leilana, there's a tall woman with long hair passing the package to another tall woman with long hair. I see it. All of a sudden, the woman to whom the package was passed to looks at Mike and Leilana with an intense fury for several minutes. She then proceeds to get into her Corvette and drive off into the San Francisco morning. I really want to know what is going on. So do I. Would you like to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Um, Mike and Leilana practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilana get up the next morning, went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual booth by the window. So nice to be in love with you, Leilana. Um, just to be in your presence and behold you is so profoundly arousing to my soul that I feel a kind of light in my soul that illuminates it from within, awakening it from the true meaning of beauty as epitomized by romantic love. I feel that way in myself, Mike. All of a sudden, the woman pulls up in the Corvette. It's a woman that Mike and Leilana saw with the package yesterday. Do you see that? Yes, I see it. It's the woman with the package. All of a sudden, the woman takes out the package. From out of the package, she pulls an object with a multidimensional shape that glimmers in the sunlight. For an instant, it seems as though another dimension has revealed itself. It was only shown for a few seconds, but in it, Mike and Leilana saw a landscape of the most beautiful colors and exotic shapes they have ever seen. They both felt their souls aroused by a keen awareness of hidden realities. Wow, that was amazing. It sure was. Suddenly, the woman got back into her Corvette and drove off. Would you like to go back to my contemplating and practicing more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Um, Michael and Leilana practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from Michael and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performance of William Shakespeare dialogue. And wait a minute. Okay. Talked into the evening. That was fascinating yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah. That multidimensional object that the woman in the Corvette pulled out was very intriguing. Now that we know what it was that was in the package, next, I want to know what the purpose of it is. So do I. People seem to be guarding it and hiding it. They pass it back and forth to each other. We have some clues. Yes, we have some clues. What would people be passing back and forth to each other and hiding? We've seen that this object opens up another dimension. We saw the beautiful colors and objects in that dimension that can only be seen there. In that dimension, I saw only beauty. This world can be both beautiful and disturbingly hideous. But that dimension revealed itself to be entirely beautiful. Could it be some kind of utopia? That's interesting. I've often thought about utopia myself. I wonder if it's possible. Some kind of world of perfection where there's only physical beauty and kind human behavior. Well, this world is a far distance from that. I often wonder why this world can't be a place where people only experience joy, beauty, kindness, and pleasure. Because a lot of people are miserable. They have a jaded perspective, they are set in their ways. They see life as a series of hardships that must be endured rather than a series of transcendent experiences that can elevate the human soul and put them in touch with the type of love that illuminates their souls from within as an unearthly glow emanates from their bodies. They sure don't see it that way, but some people do see it that way, Leilana, such as you and I. We are idealists. We are idealists. I think that's part of why we are in love. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Way tomorrow for breakfast and coffee? Sure. The next morning arrives, and Mike and Leilana went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual table. Mindy, their favorite waitress, waited on them. Good morning, Mike and Leilana. How does morning find you? Morning finds us in a very interesting situation, Mindy. Leilana and I are pondering many deep questions. We found that the object that people have been passing back and forth to each other is an object that gives people a view into another dimension. Seems to be some kind of an ideal dimension of love and beauty. Well, that sure isn't what we experience every day here on Earth. No, Mindy, sure isn't. I often think that if that's not the goal of human existence, then what is? We should be trying to build a world like that. Humans have shown so much brilliance in a lot of things. I agree. Hey, look, it's that same woman in the Corvette. They look out the window and see the woman in the Corvette get out with another package, from which she pulls another multidimensional object. This object has a gleam of darkness to it. And for an instant, they're able to see into a realm of hideous colors they have never seen, grotesque objects that they have never seen were being utilized by creatures that they have never seen in the most bizarre fashion, disgusting rituals of sacrifice, and sensations of an ugly kind that massage the depths of the dark part of the human psyche. Wow, that was the opposite of what we saw through the other multidimensional object. We saw into a dimension of depravity, inhabited by denizens of sinful delight. Well, that was truly unusual. There is a certain allure to the dark side. I think that the key to an ideal human existence, after having seen that, is to understand how to integrate dark and light experience of the human experience into a purely wonderful and life affirming whole that emphasizes the love of what it means to be human while experiencing love in all its earthly and transcendent manifestations. I agree. Um, would you like to go back to my condominium to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Michael Leilani went back to Mike's condominium to practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. Michael and Lana went back to Pancakes by the Bay the next morning for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual table by the window. What do you think we saw yesterday? It certainly was intriguing. We've now seen a multidimensional object that opens up a realm of beauty and a multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Yeah, they seem to be trying to conceal both the multidimensional object that opens up a realm of beauty and the multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Let's just order breakfast and talk about something else for now. That would be nice. Penelope, the waitress, takes her order. How can I help you? Um, I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes with extra butter and some of your strawberry maple syrup, along with a cup of mountain morning coffee. Coming right up, Mike. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? I'll have the paradise pancakes and a cup of succulent coffee. I'll have that for you people. By the way, Leilana, how is your writing project going for Coffee Lovers Monthly? It's going great. I find that I have an ability to write about coffee in a poetic way that expresses the way coffee is not only a beverage that brings an exquisite taste sensation to my mouth, but also connects my soul to the eternal realm of pleasure that transcends this earthly plane of existence. That was beautifully stated. All of a sudden, they look out the window and see the woman in the Corvette pull up again. She gets out of the car. She seems to be holding a new package. This package is also intriguing. From the near distance is heard another woman screaming. Screaming. This is what she's screaming. She's screaming this. Get her! She's got the package! The woman gets back into the Corvette and drives off frantically. Wow. I wonder where she went to in her car. I wonder what's in the package. Maybe top secret plans drawn up by aliens interested in taking over planet Earth. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Would you like to go back to my condominium to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. And I'm happy to see that I have a listener. There's some listener in my live stream audience now, and whoever you are, I'm going to get my William Shakespeare book. So if you like William Shakespeare, I'm going to read a passage from Romeo and Juliet. And also, if you're a new listener, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh, also listener. Oh, anyways, now I got to get my. Okay. Romeo and Juliet. Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He jests the scars that never felt the wound. Enter Juliet above at a window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vessel livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all heaven, all the heavens, having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. But if her eyes were there, they had her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. But through the airy region streams so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. I mean, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn by love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montag. What's a Montag? It's nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, which is no part of thyself, and for thy name, which I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. What man art thou? Thus bescreened tonight, so stumblest at my counsel. By a name I know not thou how to tell thee who I am. Thy name, dear saying, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word. My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montag? Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike. How canst thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here, with love's light wings did I overperch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what dares love attempt? And what love can do that dares love attempt? Therefore, thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril on thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love it, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me wings, and I lent him counsel. Or no, he lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot. Yet wert thou as far as that vast shore with it washed with the farthest sea, I should invite her should adventure for such merchandise. Thou knowest the masculine night is on my face, else would a maiden blush be painted by cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell in form, fain painted but it was okay. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I vow. That tips with silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee. If my heart stir love, well, do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It's too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which shall cease to be. Everyone can say, light and sweet, good night. This but a love by summer's opening breath may prove a beauty as flower when next we meet. Good night, as a sweet repose and rest. Come to my heart as that within my purse. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou hast requested, yet would it wear again. Wouldst thou withdraw? For what purpose, love? But to be frank, and give it thee again, and yet I wish for the thing I have. My body is about to see. My love is thee for the both. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again. Oh, blessed, blessed night. I'm afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial. Re-enter Juliet above. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy band of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that will procure to come to the environment whence on the throne of right. A thousand times good night. A thousand times the words to want thy love, to want thy light. Love goers towards love as schoolgirls from the books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks. Re-answer Juliet will. Oh, hiss Romeo. See, okay, so I'm going to go to the end of the play where he gets choosy. Okay. Give me the mattock and the wrenching iron. Oh, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver to my lord and father. Give me the light upon the light life, I charge thee. Whenever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend to this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face. But chiefly to take thee hence from her dead finger a precious ring. A ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry, and what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven I will tear thee joint by joint. and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable than empty tigers or the roaring sea. And will be gone, sir, and not trouble you. So shalt thou show me friendship, take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds mean to kill all your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of a true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo's by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A gloaming peace this morning with it brings, the sun, for sorrow, will not show his head. Go hence, to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo. Okay.